Y'all loved the last Amazon home finds video, so I am back with another. This one is going to incorporate definitely some vintage things, but even if you're not into the vintage vibes home decor, these are still things that would be helpful, beneficial, pretty in your home. First up is this washable entry rug. I have a lot of children and a lot of pets, and I know I say that in like every video, but I feel like I have to qualify that when something like a washable rug, if I'm like, hey, this thing is awesome, I'm not saying that you have to trust me because obviously you don't, but I feel like that there's 10 people living in my house and I've lost count at this point of how many dogs and accidents occasionally. So anytime I can find a really good product that stands up to the absolute beating that we put on products, I'm going to share it with you guys because it's unlikely that your family is going to be as hard on these products as ours is. With that said, this washable entry rug not only has the kind of like vintage decor style to it, it does come in other colors. So either way, it's an affordable version of a really easy to wash and keep clean rug for your entryway. Speaking of, we'll kind of hop to the other side of the door. This like very large and durable crescent shaped doormat, entry mat. This is the kind that you like scrub your feet off on. And I have to tell you that I love all the cute doormats with all the sayings and things like that. But again, we're so hard on things like this living on a small farm that I really wanted something that was going to be more durable. And I gotta be honest, when this thing came, it came in this huge box. It doesn't come folded up because you really can't fold it up. It's thick. It takes care of business, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm really happy with this. And again, very budget friendly for what the product is. So if you have a lot of foot traffic, if you're hard on the entryway parts of your home, back door, front door, doesn't matter. This is a great rug to have there to help prevent people from tracking mud. In our case, dog poop, chicken poop, pig poop, llama poop, all the kinds into our house. Okay, this next thing is definitely kind of just like the vintagey vibes, but it's also very practical. If you're somebody who's gathering furniture and stuff for your home that is unique, maybe you're going to a lot of secondhand shops. If you go intentionally to IKEA to buy a piece of furniture, you've done your measuring, you know what you're doing, you're done. But if you are looking for unique pieces that are in antique stores, etc., you might just stumble across something one day. And so I really always love to have a tape measure with me. And I used to carry like my big like DeWalt actual tape measure, but it's very heavy. I just need something that measures more like a piece of furniture. And so I found this soft tape. It retracts. It has like a very pretty package. There's actually a few different ones, so I'll link you to a couple, but this is great for, obviously it's a soft tape, so you can use it to like measure, waist, hips, whatever, if you're doing that kind of stuff. But that's not what I use it for. I use it for measuring furniture and little areas in my home that I need to see if something will fit. And then I could just always carry it with me. So if I come across, I don't know, a console table or an armoire or something, I can give it a quick measure and see if it will fit. I always keep like a notes thing on my phone with the areas that I have, that I know furniture can go in our home. We don't have a lot of like wall space, so it's really kind of concise about where we can put pieces of furniture. So I have those measurements written down in the notes app on my phone, so I could just reference that, measure the piece of furniture, and away we go. It's surprisingly helpful. It's just one of those things that maybe you don't think about, but it's surprisingly helpful. I told you there would be a few good vintagey finds. This little green frame, this is a 3x3. It comes in a number of sizes as well as colors, but I wanted to get the little green one. It has the little flower picture, the rose picture already in it. It's definitely like a small little, almost like, I guess I would call it like a tchotchke kind of item. But if you're looking for just like cute little touches to spruce up a space or a little area, this is just perfect. I think it's absolutely adorable and super cute. So I wanted to share that because it definitely has the vintage feel, the vintage vibes to it, but there's lots of options. So you can get a larger one, a different color, but I just liked this tiny one. Perfect for decorating bookshelves or mantles or little areas where you need to kind of fill in and add stuff. Speaking of, let's jump to some artificial flowers. I have been sharing with you guys for a couple of years my love for the artificial tulips that I have found, as well as the hydrangeas. I've tried a couple of different kinds, and there's one on Amazon in particular that I love. We're not here to talk about those though, because I found some new ones to share with you guys that are great for making arrangements, or even if you have like a smaller item. So for example, I got some baby's breath, some peonies. I love peonies. They're so beautiful. I find a few different types of flowers rather difficult to grow. I love to grow my own flowers for cutting. obviously that only works for certain times of year. And so I do dabble in the artificial flowers. I'm not above it. I don't think I'm too cool for artificial flowers. So I got some peonies and some baby's breath, as well as some, I can never say this word and people always make fun of me, some ranunculus flowers that are absolutely beautiful. And I love these because they're kind of on the smaller side. They go so well with this absolutely adorable vase that looks like a book. So you put it on your shelf, it's clear. They do, I believe, have like white and other ones, but I got the clear one, so it looks like a book. And then you can put your flowers in it. You could obviously put real flowers and all of that, but I wanted to try these artificial flowers because they were small. I felt like they worked really well with like the scale of the book. So it just looks really cute added on the shelf. And as always, if you're putting artificial flowers somewhere with like a clear vase or something that you can see through, I always recommend putting water in it because it makes them look real. It adds to the realness vibes to them, but these are all really beautiful. So if you're looking for some spring flowers to either decorate with or whatever, these are great options. So I will link all three of those down below. Which then brings me to this blanket that is definitely like vintage, but also boho vibes is how I would describe it. It's such a good deal for the money. You can get a few different sizes in this. I wanted to get a large enough blanket, but also more of a throw for our living room area. My kids, I've unfortunately raised them to be just like me. They're blanket hounds. They love blankets. They always want blankets when they're sitting down. And so we have like a wicker chest with a lid that we store our blankets in. We also have a blanket ladder because we just have a lot of blankets. But this one is really beautiful because it looks great draped over the back of the sofa. It's one that I would have more of like a throw leaving out kind of blanket, but you could also add it to a bed as part of a bedspread or like, you know, a decorative blanket on the foot of your bed. Lots of different uses for this blanket, and it comes in a bunch of different color options. So if you're not into the teal or the brighter colors, totally okay. There's some more muted colors available, but these are very, very popular, and I can totally see why, because it's an awesome blanket, especially for the price. Next, I want to share with you this all-in-one furniture paint. So I have started getting into refinishing furniture. I am really truthfully, I'm trying to build my skills so that I feel competent to refinish our kitchen cabinets because it's very expensive to bring in professionals. And I'm just trying to improve my own skills so that I could potentially feel confident to do our kitchen cabinets. So I've been just doing different pieces of furniture, trying different things, trying different methods, spraying, brushing, different kinds of paint, all of that. And I have to tell you that I decided to paint this piece of furniture in our entryway. I wanted to kind of get it done quickly, but I wanted it to be done well as well. It's a very large piece of furniture. So I ended up deciding that I was going to give this paint a try. It's an all-in-one paint, and I saw this color, and it was the color that really spoke to me because it was basically exactly what I was looking for. And I was very nervous because when I redid the last piece of furniture, I did all of this sanding, all of these like very thin coats. I did a primer, all of this stuff. Well, this is an all-in-one. Now, I will tell you, I absolutely love it. Love the finish. I still did some sanding, but just not nearly as meticulous, and I did not go as in-depth sanding in between layers like I did on the last piece of furniture, and it looks really beautiful. I still did add my triple layer protectant sealant coat on top of it because, like I said, our kids and everyone are just so hard on things, and this is a cabinet where we store things that our kids access, so they are opening the drawers and messing with it frequently. So I really wanted it to be durable, so I did add my top layer. Why is the word escaping my mind? I did add a layer of the sealant over the top of it in a matte finish just to make sure that it was going to be extra durable. But I don't know that I necessarily needed to do that. I just did it out of like extreme caution. So if you are wanting to paint furniture, wanting to, if you're wanting to refinish something or paint something, I would definitely give this paint a try. I feel like it's a really great product and lots of really beautiful colors to choose from. Again, speaking of like the vintage vibes, this little desk lamp or table lamp, you could totally put this on a bookshelf, and it's a touch lamp. So you charge it, and then there's just a little button that you touch, and you've got, I believe it's three different temperatures of light, so cooler, warmer, warmest kind of light. especially with the like crystally, more vintage vibe of the shade. I like the way it looks with the really warm light on. It's just a really beautiful little find, a perfect little thing if you've got like a little table in between your chairs. It's not easy for you to plug something in. You just want something small, like I said, on a bookshelf or something. You just want a little bit of light somewhere, but you don't want the cords and to deal with all of that, or it's a little like small space that you just need something tiny that will work. This lamp is absolutely adorable. I love it. It's been sitting out here in my office and I kind of keep moving it around because I love it so much. It charges, it keeps a charge for quite a while, so it's really great. And they do have other styles. If the more vintagey style isn't your style, then they do have some more like modern feel as well. I wanted to share with you one more rug. So this is like a kitchen mat type of rug. I actually keep this one next to my bed. We have very, very old floors, and we recently discovered, as I punched a hole through the floor with my high heel shoe, that there's no subfloor. So the boards of our hardwood floor are just laid right on top of the cross boards from like the framing of the house. And the crawl space is just right under there. There's no subfloor, and the floor is very old. It's almost 100 years old, and so it's gotten water damage over the years and things, not from us. It wasn't in great shape when we bought it, but we kept thinking like, oh, maybe we can, bring it back to life. But just the average wear and tear of it in our home, it's just getting weaker and weaker. So anyways, I punched a hole through the floor. But the point is that I'm trying to be as gentle on the floor as possible, not to mention it's just not like a smooth, like when you step out of bed in the morning, it's not the best, right? So I put this rug over there next to my bed, but it would totally work under the sink. It is technically a kitchen rug. It's great for like quick drying and that little bit of like cushion. I just really like how it looks. It has that feel of like a natural fiber rug without attracting my dogs to come pee on it, which I feel like some rugs, the dogs are just like, that smells a little bit like grass. Maybe we should pee on it. So it's really great. I love this. So if you like that kind of very like simple, natural vibes, this would look great almost anywhere in your home. I use it next to the bed, totally like off-label use of it, meant for the kitchen. Doesn't matter. There's no rules. You get to do what you want. Okay, that brings us to this amazing battery charged picture light. I love the look of a picture light over a picture, obviously. However, if you don't have the wiring already done for it, it's obnoxious, right? Because having an electrician come and run wiring for you to add a light somewhere random on your wall is kind of a pain in the butt, and electrical is one of those things that is, in my opinion, the last thing I would ever attempt to self-teach. So I will learn and do a lot of things. Electrical, I try to stay away from and keep my husband away from as well. I love these that you just charge. Sorry, I think I said battery powered. It's not. I do have like battery powered puck lights and different things, which I like, but I really like the rechargeable ones that are very simple and easy. When they just start to run low, it's easy to charge and have, it just really gives like such a refined, dignified look to things, to have this beautiful picture light shining down on your pictures, a canvas, anything really. It's just a really beautiful touch. The very last thing I will share with you, which you might be like, what the heck, is this set of box cutters. Why? Because I am constantly grabbing kitchen scissors to try to open boxes and packages. It is annoying. And again, I find myself often like trying to open things and like tearing into them and then trying to find something to like stab the plastic and open it with. And these little box cutters are just perfect. It's so easy to keep one in your bag, keep one in the drawer. I came in a set of 4, I believe. So like I keep one in my office, in the house, in my purse, etc. So that wherever I am and I need to like open or deal with something, I can do it quickly. I also like that when you slide it to expose the sharp blade, that it doesn't stay out. You can't lock it out. You have to hold pressure on it. It's light, it's small, so it's perfect for opening packages, and you don't have the risk of leaving it out with the blade out, where you're going to injure yourself or a child is going to pick it up and injure themselves just by picking it up. Now, if the child is coordinated enough to slide it out and keep it held out, then they could injure themselves. But I do feel like at first I was like, oh wait, it doesn't just stay out. That's kind of annoying. And then I realized, aha, no, it's actually kind of this like safety net that it doesn't allow you to leave it sitting out open with that sharp blade out. So it's just a great little set, super cheap, cute colors if you care about that kind of thing. And it comes with a multi-pack, so you can kind of stick one wherever you might need it to. As an adult, I'm doing a lot more opening of boxes and cutting into packages than I was ever prepared for. That's it for today's video. All the links are down below in the description box, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.